During my legal aid work, I run into a pitiful village girl. Her brother is abusing her, and she has nearly died from his fist. As a lawyer, I can't stand aside and do nothing. So, I help her. After she wins the case, I help her get a job as a janitor at my law firm. A few days later, she becomes pregnant and disappears. I assume she has found a family. However, she returns with a baby and accuses me of raping her. Then, she demands I compensate her. I believe she is just spouting nonsense. But the paternity test comes, and it states that I am the baby's biological father. From that moment on, I become a pariah. I am labeled a disgrace and treated as the scum of the earth. My girlfriend breaks up with me. Meanwhile, my parents can't bear the shame and commit suicide. Then, a self-righteous fool pushes me off an 18-story building. Even as I die, I still can't understand how she became pregnant with my child. Using her identity as the baby's mother, she inherits all of my assets upon my and my parents' deaths. She then goes on to live the life of a wealthy socialite. When I open my eyes, I am back at the moment I see her getting beaten by her brother. Please save me. I had just walked inside the village with the legal team when a tanned, skinny girl suddenly lunged at me. She threw herself at my feet, gripping my pant leg as she cried out pitifully, "My brother wants to sell me. Please help me." Sure enough, I saw a man with a fearsome scowl storm toward us as he cursed at her. "You little bitch. How dare you run? I'll teach you a lesson you'll never forget." I blinked, somewhat dazed by the scene unfolding before me. Only then did I realize that I've been reborn. The girl by my feet was none other than Francesca Langdon. In my previous life, I'd fallen for her pitiful act like a fool. I ignored my colleagues' warnings and insisted on helping her get away from her brother, Edwin Langdon. I had even helped her land a janitor job at the law firm. However, I didn't expect her to be so delusional. She had mistaken my kindness for romantic interest. Not only did she tell everyone that I was pursuing her, but she also barged into my office in a revealing outfit when I was working overtime. Her boldness shocked me. When I snapped out of it, I sternly rejected her and advised her to have some self-respect. She became spiteful and told me that I'd regret my actions tonight before leaving the law firm. Soon after, my colleagues told me that they'd bumped into Francesca at the hospital. She was at the OB/GYN for her prenatal checkup. I naturally assumed that she'd gotten married and paid no mind to it. Not a year later, she suddenly came to the law firm and accused me of raping her in front of a bunch of reporters. She then claimed that the child in her arms was proof of my misdeed. I thought she was being ridiculous. So, I didn't take it seriously. I never expected her to produce a paternity test. The results stated that I was indeed the child's father. I didn't know how to react. I tried to defend myself and say that I was innocent. Unfortunately, no one believed me after seeing the paternity test. The law firm fired me, and I'd been blacklisted in the legal world. Word got out, and even the netizens were baying for my blood. At one point, someone even vandalized my house. In the end, I was taken away by the authorities. When my girlfriend, Talia Claremont, found out about this, she promptly broke up with me. My parents couldn't handle the cyberbullying. They were so disappointed and ashamed of me that they eventually committed suicide. Meanwhile, Francesca used me as a stepping stone. She packaged herself as an innocent and resilient streamer. No woman would ever use their reputation to accuse a man, she said to her audience. If I could, I'd rather not be famous because of my tragedy. Her oh-so-innocent words and her red-rimmed eyes immediately made her audience wish I were dead. After my release 2 weeks later, one particularly self-righteous netizen pushed me off an 18-story building. I died that day. In the meantime, Francesca became a famous streamer. She even hired a lawyer to transfer all my assets to herself under the excuse of being my biological child's legal guardian. As the memories of how she had schemed against me returned, the hatred I'd harbored for her burned like an undying flame in my heart. I looked down and saw the sobbing Francesca. This time, I didn't hesitate to shove her away and said dispassionately, "I'm afraid we don't have the right to interfere in family affairs." Francesca clearly didn't expect me to be so heartless. Still, she didn't